Hello everyone. In last session, we started with quadratic equation. It was just a simple introduction regarding roots of equation and nature of the roots. Now in today's session, we start with basically formation of a quadratic equation, for which first we should know what do we have relation between roots and coefficients. When I say coefficients I mean a, B, C, what you had taken in ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Okay. So, we should know first how do we arrive at sum and product of the roots. To form quadratic equation, we will need these two terms. And if I have to start with alpha and beta as assumption, some name you have to start with, that alpha and beta are the roots of a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. What does that mean? Our factor theorem says, if I name ax square plus bx plus c as px, then factor theorem says x equal to alpha is root of the equation or x equal to alpha is 0 of the polynomial if p alpha is 0, for which x minus alpha will have to be a factor of ax square plus bx plus c. Means if alpha and beta are the roots, then one factor is surely there as x minus alpha and second factor is x minus beta, and there could be no third factor as expression is a second degree expression only. Fine. So I write that ax square plus bx plus c as a times x minus alpha x minus beta for all x. Now why do I write a times? Because when you are comparing one polynomial to other polynomial, don't you think that coefficients must match of like terms? So first thing what comes to our mind is, at least to start with, coefficients of x square must match, and to make those two coefficients on two sides of x square equal, we need to multiply there by a. So when I multiply by a, I have not yet checked whether coefficients of x and constant terms, they are equal or not. But minimum care what I should have taken, that much I have taken here. Fine. Now when I simplify that a into x minus alpha x minus beta, I will get that as a into x square minus alpha plus beta times x plus alpha beta. I'm still continuing with that for all x. Why do I say so? Because now this is an identity. Now please never forget to write that for all x. If you're not writing for all x, then you cannot simply compare coefficients of x square or x. In that case, you will have to bring all the terms on same side if you're not writing for all x. All the terms you will bring on one side and then you solve for x, etc. Identities are not to be solved. Equations are to be solved. Right now what I have written here, that is an identity. So we are not going to solve it. What we will say, coefficients must match. Coefficients of what? X square, x and the constant term. And by doing that, I get b equal to minus a times alpha plus beta and c equal to a times alpha beta. And what is sum of the roots? That is alpha plus beta. So I can get from here. And what is product of the roots? That is alpha beta. So I arrive at sum of the roots is minus b upon a and product of the roots is c upon a. And of course, again, I have written what is b, what is a. I write that b as coefficient of x and so on. You can understand meaning written there. Fine. Now, if I have to proceed further from here, this much information I have, that sum of the roots alpha plus beta is minus b upon a and product of the roots is c upon a. It could be other way also. I mean, alpha and beta are not known to me in the given equation. Then I do this exercise. Suppose I am given that alpha and beta are the roots of the equation. Then what is that corresponding equation? Then I will write it as x square minus alpha plus beta times x plus alpha beta equal to 0, which is nothing but your x minus alpha into x minus beta equal to 0. And that is nothing but x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the roots equal to 0. So you have a quadratic equation when roots are known to you, and other part was if equation is given to you and we proceed towards sum of the roots and product of the roots. Now you may not be so fortunate every time that simple equation is given to you. That all you have already done in your previous classes. Let us move one step above further, and that would be regarding that some equation is given to you where roots explicitly are not known to me, but I just say alpha and beta are the roots. So some equation Say ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 is given to me and alpha beta are the roots. With help of this equation, I'm expected to get some other equation. What kind of equation I'm expected to get? Whose roots are related to alpha and beta. Means my destination is that equation I want whose roots are related to alpha and beta. Means given information is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. And from there destination is equation whose roots are related to alpha and beta. Some transformations are required which will take you to your destination. Now some of them, the standard ones which we can discuss here are that first, if minus alpha and minus beta are the roots, then what is the remedy we take? It is replace x by minus x in 1. 1 means ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. And by doing this exercise, simplify that further. Whatever equation you get, the resulting one would be your destination. Next could be, if 1 upon alpha and 1 upon beta are the roots of new equation, and we want that equation, then what do? We replace x by 1 upon x in ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. If you have alpha times k or k times alpha and k times beta, then what we will have to do? We replace x by x upon k. Now, stretch your mind and understand that we want k times alpha and k times beta, but transformation what we are taking is that we replace x by x upon k. Why do we do so? Just stretch your mind. Within few seconds, you will get your answer. Now, I'm not explaining here deliberately because there's extremely simple exercise which you can try on your own. Now, fourth one is, if new equations roots are alpha plus k and beta plus k, then what would be the remedy? Remedy is that you replace x by x minus k and simplify. The resulting equation would be nothing but the required equation. Now, let us take one example. Example is that alpha and beta are the roots of x square minus 2x minus 3 equal to 0 and form a quadratic equation whose roots are minus 1 upon alpha and minus 1 upon beta. Now, realize here that we have here combination. That 1 upon alpha, 1 upon beta we have seen just now. And we have seen minus alpha, minus beta kind of also. So, this is actually the combination of two. So, let us do step by step. I first replace x by 1 upon x. Why do I do so? Because as if I am looking for equation whose roots are 1 upon alpha and 1 upon beta. I will do that first and then that minus part we will bring in. So, if I replace by 1 upon alpha and 1 upon beta, I will get a new equation as 1 upon x square minus 2 upon x minus 3 equal to 0. And on simplification that comes as 3x square plus 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Now, this equation's roots are 1 upon alpha and 1 upon beta. Roots are not minus 1 upon alpha and minus 1 upon beta. That minus part we have still to complete. For that, what we will have to do? We will have to replace now x by minus x in the recent equation, what we have derived here. And by doing that, we will get finally, on simplification, the final answer. Now, by doing this, what are we achieving? We are achieving now minus 1 upon alpha and minus 1 upon beta as the roots. And when you do that you replace x by minus x, you will get your final answer. Now, when we come in the next session, again, something new we will bring in. Till then, stay tuned. Bye. Thank you.